Hey and welcome to the daily Manchester United news show. Let's begin with our daily news. Erik ten Hag says Manchester United star Antony is now injured. Erik ten Hag has conducted his pre-match press conference before Manchester United play Leeds United tonight. United face their bitter rivals twice within the space of 5 days, travelling to Ellen Road on Sunday to face the club who have just sacked Jesse Marsch. Leeds have confirmed that Chris Armas is part of a three-man caretaker coaching team taking charge against United and the American who worked at Old Trafford last season under Ralf Rangnick. Ahead of the match, Ten Hag was asked about the fitness of his squad ahead of the game, with Antony Martial and Scott McTominay missing Saturday's 2-1 win over Crystal Palace. Ten Hag said that the pair would still be missing here, as well as winger Antony. They, Martial and McTominay, are not involved tomorrow. And the same with Anthony dos Santos. He is also not available for tomorrow, so we have to sort that out. That means there will be at least 2 changes from the weekend starting 11, with Casemiro out suspended, and Ten Hag said of the Brazilian, "After a game, I can't say Casemiro is not there, Anthony Martial is not there. We have to win. Manchester United are capable, and we have to win the games no matter who is on the pitch. I always have to deal with the players who are available. We have a group, we have a lot of good players in our squad." It was always likely that Casemiro's absence would see Marcel Sabitzer come into the team from the start for this hotly contested game. Alejandro Garnacho made a strong impression of the bench against Palace, and he looks the likeliest candidate to come into the team with Antony out. But it cannot be ruled out that Jadon Sancho makes a first start since the World Cup as he continues his route back to full form and fitness. It's frustrating that McTominay and Martial remain out, giving Ten Hag less depth in key areas of the pitch, but United should still be able to get the job done here. Erik ten Hag says Garnacho caused him to change his transfer plans. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has admitted that Alejandro Garnacho's breakthrough caused him to adjust his transfer plans. Speaking to a press conference, Ten Hag explained that he is already planning 2 to 3 transfer windows in advance at Manchester United. Garnacho has established himself as a first-team regular this season and played a key role in Manchester United's match winner against Crystal Palace at the weekend. He has made 21 appearances in all competitions for Manchester United's first team this season. Ten Hag explained that Garnacho's emergence has caused him to adapt his plans, and this is an adjustment he was happy to make. He told the club website, "I think our summer plans, we have an idea on the long term. You will also look 2-3 windows ahead, and so we have that long-term plan. But also, you have to revisit that plan every time because of developments. For instance, who could have expected this development with Garnacho, and so this changes your approach to the window." Ten Hag plays down Garnacho's potential here, because his emergence was quite easy to see coming after his FA Youth Cup heroics last season, but you can never take it for granted. Managers can't assume academy players will step up. That just increases the pressure on them. Ten Hag, though, is willing to be fluid with his plans to give opportunities to those he feels are most deserving. It's unclear if Ten Hag's comment on transfers relates specifically to the past transfer window, perhaps prompting him to back off a pursuit of Cody Gakpo. It certainly decreases the need for an extra wide player, and United transfers can be focused on other areas on a centre forward. Garnacho has been a revelation this season, and there is so much more to come from him. United will want to secure a long-term contract extension for the teenager to ensure he remains in Ten Hag's long-term vision for the club. Erik ten Hag names Manchester United star who spends more time at Carrington than any other player. Erik ten Hag has expressed sympathy for Manchester United striker Antony Martial amid his ongoing battle with injuries. The Frenchman is out of Manchester United's match with Leeds tonight, with no return date set. He had briefly come back into the side in United's Carabao Cup semi-final second leg last week, scoring in a 2-0 win. But now, he is back in the treatment room again, with Ten Hag explaining it's a new problem, this time a hip injury. While admitting the situation is frustrating, Ten Hag said he values the contribution Martial brings when he is in the team. Martial has scored 6 goals this season, the club's third highest scorer, and provided a further 2 assists. The manager said the club are doing everything possible to get Martial fit and said the situation is not for lack of effort on the striker's part either. Speaking via the club website, Ten Hag explained, "He has a big impact every time he is available, and even when he is at 80, 85, 90%, so we do everything, and Antony Martial is doing everything. Martial, I think, is the player who spends the most hours at Carrington this season, to return, to recover, to get back. It's really such a pity for him and us. He is disappointed, and he is not always available like we want him to be." Fabrizio Romano speaks on Man United's chances of signing Barcelona star Ansu Fati. Fabrizio Romano has rated Manchester United's chances of signing Barcelona star Ansu Fati this summer amid their excellent relationship with agent Jorge Mendes. The 20-year-old is widely regarded as one of the best young talents in world football, but he has struggled to cement a starting role under manager Xavi Hernandez. Sport recently revealed that Fati is unhappy with his limited game time, and Romano believes the player's situation could be one to watch during the summer transfer window. United are yet to make direct contact with Fati or Barcelona, but the reputed journalist believes the club could enter the race due to their excellent relationship with his agent. He said on his YouTube channel, "Man United have an excellent relationship with his agent, and that could be a point. However, at the moment, no direct contact with Ansu Fati or with Barcelona, but for sure, it's one of the situations to watch in the summer." Fati was dubbed as the new Lionel Messi after his Barcelona debut in 2019. He made regular goal contributions before suffering 2 long-term injuries. The youngster has stayed fully fit in the current season, but Xavi has been reluctant to start him, with the likes of Gavi and Ferran Torres preferred on the left wing. Fati can also play as a center forward, but he has only featured in the position when Robert Lewandowski has been unavailable for selection for the Catalan Giants. Hence, his frustration is justified, and we won't be surprised if he pushes for a summer exit. Fati, who is valued at €50 million by transfer market, could emerge as a target for United, with manager Erik Ten Hag's superb track record of developing young talents. If he were to join the club this summer, the Spaniard could make the number 9 position his own, considering Antony Martial's injuries woes this campaign. Despite his reduced minutes, Fati averaged a goal involvement in every 125 minutes this term. He would be a fantastic long-term signing for United and Ten Hag. Luis Saha backs Man United to sign Harry Kane and win the Premier League. Former Manchester United striker Luis Saha has backed the Red Devils to sign Tottenham Hotspur star Harry Kane and win the Premier League in the future. The Red Devils have had a good transitional season under manager Erik Ten Hag. They are currently third in the table with 42 points, 8 behind leaders Arsenal. Meanwhile, the club are 3 points clear of 5th place Tottenham Hotspur with a game in hand and have their Champions League destiny in their own hands. Ten Hag will be eyeing a marquee striker this summer to take United to the next level, and Saha has backed Kane to make the switch to Old Trafford from Spurs. The former Red Devil believes Kane could make United's attack special and added that he can be recognized as one of the best if he goes on to win silverware. The Frenchman said, "My prediction is this: Harry Kane will come to Manchester United and win the Premier League. He will have seen the last few games from United and seen that if he joined that attack, they could be special. He can be recognized as one of the best in the world. He has a modern way of playing, but at the same time, he is very old school. I think he can reach higher levels, especially in terms of personal achievements, because the guy can do it. And he is a terrific guy and a great ambassador for the Premier League. I really wish he will become a Manchester United player." The 29-year-old has had another top campaign with Spurs, registering 19 goals and 3 assists from 30 appearances. He recently bagged his 200th goal in Premier League history. Despite his impressive personal statistics, the £80 million rated star has yet to win any form of silverware. Spurs have fallen short at the final hurdle on a number of occasions in his career. United are also in a 6-year trophy drought at the moment, but that could soon end under Ten Hag. The club have the chance to win the Carabao Cup against Newcastle United this month. Kane would be a fantastic signing for United, at least for the short term, but whether Spurs would consider selling him to one of their main Champions League rivals is a big question mark. Man United need to pay €100 million to sign Eintracht Frankfurt striker Randal Kolo Muani. Manchester United will have to pay €100 million to land Eintracht Frankfurt striker Randal Kolo Muani this summer, according to L'Equipe. The Red Devils are known to be admirers of the France international, and they were linked with him following the World Cup break. It's now reported that Eintracht are prepared to consider offers for the 24-year-old this summer, but they are set to command a huge fee. The Bundesliga outfit valued him at €80 million before the World Cup, but have now increased the valuation to €100 million amid his exemplary form. United are likely to land a marquee striker during the summer transfer window. They have already been linked with some high-profile names. Napoli's Victor Osimhen is currently a target, but Muani could also be under consideration amid his outstanding performances this term. Muani joined Eintracht on a free transfer last summer, and he has since accumulated 12 goals and 13 assists from just 27 appearances. He was also brilliant for France at the World Cup. He scored in the semi-final before winning a crucial penalty in the thrilling final against Argentina. Bundesliga's official website described him as an assist king earlier this season, but he has been in a rich vein of scoring from in the new year. In our view, Muani would be a quality acquisition for United. He is not a one-dimensional player and has the ability to create regular chances. However, the price tag could be a potential stumbling block. We have already seen many Bundesliga stars struggle after Premier League moves. United already have an example in the form of Jadon Sancho. The England star still has plenty of time on his hands to turn around his fortunes. Hence, the Red Devils could be wary of spending €100 million on Muani, and Eintracht will have to lower their price tag for a transfer to materialize. Qatar investors to bid for Man United within days, confident of full takeover. A group of Qatari investors are set to make a takeover bid for Manchester United and are confident of beating any competitors in the race, the Daily Mail reports. The Glazers are open to ending their long-term association with United, and they have reportedly set a deadline of mid-February to analyze the proposals on the table. It's now revealed that a group of wealthy investors from Qatar are expected to make a bid in the coming days and are confident of blowing any rivals out of the water. They are reportedly willing to meet the Glazers' £6 billion valuation of United and would be prepared to invest a further £2 billion for a complete makeover of Old Trafford. The investors are said to be independent of Qatar Sports Investment, who own Paris Saint-Germain. Hence, there may not be any conflict of interest in future. The group consider United as football's crown jewels and are prepared to back manager Erik Ten Hag with huge transfer funds to lead the club back to the top. United have struggled to compete with arch rivals Manchester City over the last decade, and it has been largely due to the limited investment from the Glazer family. The Glazers decided to back Ten Hag with a huge spending spree last summer, but this was partly influenced by the massive fan protest after a poor start to the season. Otherwise, they would not have spent big in the transfer market. The owners would have been content taking their dividends as usual without focusing on the club's progress. The new owner will need to place their priority on United first rather than making money. The club could benefit from a takeover from wealthy Qatari owners. The Premier League won't make it easy for them with the owners and directors test, and in our opinion, a takeover may not be straightforward even if a bid is accepted. If the Glazers were to approve their proposal, it could probably take a few months for an ownership change. Hence, the process needs to begin as soon as possible. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.